boy Shunt and your boy Redacted.
What's going on? Catch us on Wylion Mofo, Real Dumbshit, and Redacted Shunt for the Twitter. On YouTube and on Facebook it's official Wylion. Instagram is Wylion Official, and Mixcloud is Wylion RDS for all that dumb shit.
The Chip and Dale podcasting is back. What's going on, people? My name is Redacted, and his name is
Shunt.
What's happening, man?
We done Chip and Dale already.
Okay.
Yeah, we did. You remember, because I was speaking about Marguerite and all that stuff.
Monterey.
You see what I mean? You're gonna have to do another one.
The Bugs and Daffy podcasting is back. What's going on, people? My name is Redacted. His name is
Shunt.
What's happening?
Yeah, it's better. It's a little bit better. Yeah, I'm okay with that one. I'm definitely okay. Bugs and Daffy, nothing too bad about that. It's fine.
You're not going to argue about which one you
Nah, I was going to leave that to you, because obviously you already have a... I mean, like, it's kind of obvious which one's which, but, you know, I don't want to be seen as racist. You know, one of us is darker than the other, and we'll just leave it at that.
It's too late.
No, just left it at that.
It's racist.
It's not. You came up with it as well, so you can't even blame me for the racism. If you
But I didn't decide who's who.
No, you asked me. You asked me who's who.
I said, are you not going to argue about which one you are?
And I said no, because I saw the implications. Because I'm smart.
Because usually,
Yeah.
you got something to chip in about which one you are or which one you're not. Or
Well,
you're not happy
when you
about
have
this,
one
or
that's
you're happy
obviously
about that.
orange and black, and the other one that is grey and white, I cannot say, yeah, I'm Bugs.
I'll
Definitely. You know what? Sucker and Succotash, I'm Daffy. How about that? You're the one pissing off old white guys with guns. That's you.
That's also Daffy.
No, because Daffy gets shot. Actually, yeah, he's racist, you're right, yeah. Daffy gets shot, whereas Bugs does not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's racist. Although, I don't know. Have you ever seen a black duck in its habitat?
I don't know, maybe.
I haven't seen any. I've seen a blue duck, I've seen a green duck, I've never seen a black duck.
Yeah, well, it's not really...
It's like a crow, or that's it.
A lot of ducks rolling around in my circle.
Well, to be fair, if you was a black duck, you keep out the sky, because obviously... Or you might be extinct, because of the white man. They like to shoot black things. Apparently, anyway, Well, other than that, what's the dumb shit for this week?
Let me have a look. Resident Evil TV series.
Yeah, I'm currently playing through Resident Evil 2, so I don't know. Resident Evil TV series, meh.
Oh, I say TV, it's Netflix.
And is this the live action one?
Yeah. Yeah.
And is it Japanese production or is it American production?
What?
Who's making it?
Difference doesn't make.
The Japanese is going to be actually scary. American is just going to be action gun-ho with zombies.
No, it's American.
Yeah, it's going to be trash.
It is...
Okay, who's the cast? Who's been cast?
They don't have a cast. It's in early development. It's the
Fine.
early development
Fine.
stages. It's Netflix and Constantine Films, or Constantine Films.
Constantine.
That's the original studio behind the franchise that we already have.
Which one?
Constantine Films. Like they made the original Resident Evil films.
Oh, they're making it.
Well, them in conjunction with Netflix.
They're making it.
Well, them in conjunction with Netflix.
They're making it.
With Netflix.
So it's not. I mean, maybe Resident Evil made more money than I thought.
They are looking. Which one?
All of them.
All of them. Of course they did. Or they wouldn't have kept making them for so long.
No, they kept making them because they wouldn't let go of the license.
Yeah, but they're not going to fucking make it if it doesn't make any money.
Yeah, but they're making small amounts of money versus the actual amount of money that the game does. Yeah, it's a completely different fucking kettle of fish.
What you call small amount of money? Like, if it's making a profit, it's making a profit.
Well, this is it. 2 million games sold.
And
games
like,
at retail at that
have
time.
A fan base.
Nah.
What do you mean no?
I'd
Just because you don't like, just because you don't.
Because it's out of ignorance, isn't it? It's like it's not like everybody that played Resident Evil 2, which is like just been remade. They enjoyed it. I can guarantee you, they did not enjoy those films.
That's not the point. That's not even what I'm saying. I'm saying it has a fan base. I'm not saying it has the same fan base.
Doesn't.
It does have a fan
Shouldn't.
base. Well,
wouldn't.
Whatever.
It's crap.
Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you think. It's about what's fact. Your opinion does not count here.
It does.
Not in this instance.
It does.
No, it doesn't. Not
Always
at all.
does.
Not
Always
at all.
does.
If I ask you whether you like it or not, then fine. But
Stop using the branding in points.
Negative
You're not allowed to use that. Can't do that. Can't use the Wylion branding in any sort of shape or form to prove an argument. This is in the contract. This is what we're not allowed to do.
Except I can answer anything that you say with Wylion.
You can't.
Yes, I can.
You can't.
You can. Yes,
You
I
cannot.
can. Yes, I can.
Cannot, sir.
Yes, I can.
It's in the contract.
That's the ethos.
No. Because remember, the idea is that we always keep talking. It's like a radio show sort of thing. So we have to keep talking. And the moment we say Wylion to each other, whether you like it or not, it doesn't enable contact on sort of like further off conversation, thus, podcasting.
I disagree.
I agree.
I said it, and we're still talking. So
No. I'm just saying you're going to have to come up with something different. You know what I mean? Like, you all recite. See what I mean? Like, at the moment, I'm looking like the golden boy. So I'm appreciative. Yeah.
I don't think
One,
so.
I'm not repeating duos at the beginning of the show. I haven't sort of like used the
what
branding.
Are you trying to say?
I'm just saying you're 2 strikes, bro.
What, 2 strikes?
2 strikes in the episode.
For what?
Might have to re-record because of you. Wylion, You can only use that. The only conjecture that we can actually use Wylion in, as said as in the contract, is if we are proving a point.
I'm always proving a point.
No.
I'm always proving a point.
But we're only allowed to prove a point with that, or we can dismiss a subject with Wylion. But we cannot use it in a sort of way to end the line of questioning.
Fucking porcupine.
Team porcupine, what do you
All
mean?
points, bro.
Nah, bro. You're like a balding hedgehog rescued by the RSPCA under a fence. That means 2 things. That was smart. Everybody out in the internet, that one was smart. And I appreciate your applause. They should. Under a fence. You're offended and using what? See, it's just on layers. I'm layers.
Yeah, well, I'm not offended. You're offended, bro.
I'm not offended. You're under a fence. So, you can't use Wylion under a fence. I mean, like, it's not amateur hour out here, bruv. You're saying you're on point. All right. Congratulations, sir. You just played yourself.
I didn't say I'm all points.
You said you're all points.
I'm all points, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Man shooting himself down like some reverse Space Invaders. Man's all typing his initials before he's get his high score, so, boy.
Alright, no one does that shit.
Yeah, you just did.
Nah.
It's terrible.
Nah.
Oh, God, could we please speak about some entertainment? My metaphors are running thin.
Where was I before I was so rudely interrupted? They're looking for a showrunner at the moment. They had recently hired Joanne Roberts for the film. So they're still going ahead with that. They say they want to do film and streaming. No word on whether it's connected or not. But from what I hear, the streaming service is more umbrella based. So what you thought Umbrella Academy might be this.
That's even worse.
That's
even worse. Because now...
When you thought it was Umbrella Academy, you was all on board.
Like, no, but then I done my research.
It was all about Resident Evil and blah, blah, blah.
No, but then I done my research and I realised that the Umbrella Academy is actually a good comic.
Yeah.
It's actually a good comic. Whereas this is trash.
Yeah, but when you thought this was Umbrella, or when you thought Umbrella Academy was this, you was on board.
No. That's because I didn't realise that Constantine Films, the ones that made the films, are part of it.
Yeah, but how do you know they ain't learned their lessons?
They haven't learned their lessons. When has Hollywood ever learned their lessons? When has R&B singers learned their lessons? It's just
sometimes.
No.
Sometimes, occasionally.
No. It's only occasionally. I don't think this is going to be a good one. I mean, like I like the idea of a Resident Evil TV series.
Yeah.
It can't have anything to do with those shit ass films.
Yeah, but it doesn't.
It does. Same people are frigging behind it. It's just going to look the same and feel the same. It's just going to last around about 7 more hours.
It doesn't mean that it's going to be the same.
Does it not mean?
No, but just because it's the same production company, the producers could be
different.
All
right. Let me put in this context, right? The BBC,
the director's going to be different. The writer's going to be different.
The BBC or Channel 5, whatever, they've got a presenter, for example, right? They're presenting the show.
Yeah.
All right. They then get rid of that presenter and then still make the same show, right? Yeah. That's okay. Now, if you invert that, like, for example, a presenter who's known to be X, Y, and Z, whether it be a racist, a paedophile, or, what's the other offensive thing? So sexist, misogynist, or somebody who hates, people with disabilities. Okay. So those are the three sort of a me knows, as it were, to play on the Mexican word amigos. So the immediate knows, right? See, I'm all about the freaking breakdowns. I've been working all week on them.
Break your arm, patting yourself on the back. Just carry on with the podcast. Stopping the podcast to applaud yourself. Come on. People got shit to do, bruv. I'm
egocentric, what can I say? So the immediate no's are obviously disabilities, racism, and sexism. Yeah. And suppose... pedophileism...
Just get to that point.
The point is, if you were to invert it and you were to make it all about the presenter, you obviously run into problems. Now, the problem I have with this IP, as it were, being used in such a way is that it's not about the IP. It's about this production company trying to make an action film out of these video games that they think is good, when in fact and reality is they don't know how to do it. Like, if you watch Resident Evil Afterlife or Resident Evil Retribution or Resident Evil Dick of My Ass Boogaloo, whatever, they're all trash. They've considerably wasted a lot of Resident Evil airtime.
Because they've kept the same staff. They've got the same director, probably the same writers. So... Obviously, it's not going to be different.
And then that proves my point.
It's like X-Men. Like, why would X-Men be different if you keep hiring Bryan Singer to make X-Men?
And this is my point exactly.
And it's the same.
You're saying that maybe they've changed, maybe they learned from the lessons. I do not believe that they will. If it is the same staff, the same people, etc.
Yeah, but no one said it's the same staff.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
It's the same company. It's not the same staff. Yeah.
Unless it's Capcom's movie department, which is just equally as bad, because don't get me started on Capcom films. But speaking of video game films,
we ain't finished talking about this video game film,
bruv. I'm done. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I try to sort of take this on board as, if it's like an umbrella corporate going out and killing things, and then turning into a sort of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Do we really need that show?
Who said it's going to be that?
Well,
why would you think it's that?
Because where else would it go? They're making the weapons.
Other shady dealings or some extra.
You got the game for that.
Early, but
there's 3 versions of the game that do the extra early details before the mansion. Yeah,
but they want to put it on film or put it on TV so people can watch it. That's like saying, why make Walking Dead? Like, you got the comics for that.
No, that's different.
Why is that different? Why is that different?
A comic book is essentially a storyboard.
And?
So that's my point exactly. It doesn't have visual, it doesn't have audio, it doesn't have any form of well, it does have a narrative, obviously, because there's a plot line, but it hasn't got any sort of visual drive, if that makes sense. A film has a visual and an audio drive. So it's a case of, you know, you're engaged with both what's on screen and what you hear. Now, in regards to a video game, your interaction adds a third element to it. So it's like your interactions, the video, and the audio, right? So,
yeah, but if it's a film or
when you have
TV
three
show,
elements and you take one element away, and then you know you're just providing the audience with trash, then you know you can't expect them to get excited when the same team threatens to do another TV series.
It's not the same team. It's basically the same management. It's a different team.
No, it's the managers that are the problem. It's not the team.
You don't know that.
No,
but if I hire you to do a job and you do a shit job, and I hire someone else and they do a better job, how is that my fault? I mean, it's my fault because I hired the wrong person for the job in the first place.
Right.
But if I correct myself and hire someone that's better, like you still have an opportunity for success.
No, but it's the same point that you have with what's that guy, Bryan Singer?
How is it? How is that?
Bryan Singer is the upper management, right?
No, he's not.
No. Hear me out. He is the upper management that basically controls all of the people on the set, right?
No.
But he gets to choose the team. So
he gets to choose the lower levels of the team, yeah. Like he gets to choose the players, but he's not in charge of like the money or whatever.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
Like,
so
he could get fired. Like he's not the.
Well, my whole thing with the Constantine films is that they have proven that they cannot. I mean, they've proven that they can deliver some amount of money.
Exactly.
But this is the entire thing with projections.
Exactly.
It's a very difficult thing. It's like how can I put it? The main reason why Bryan Singer was so golden to Fox is because he came up with the idea of making an X-Men film and then pitched it to them, right? Hear me out.
I know that's true, but...
Well, whatever the case may be, that's the only reason why he's so golden to Fox. Is because of that moment. Because at that time...
Because he produced as a director a successful film.
Yeah.
Whether those films are good or not, it's my
Well,
opinion.
this is the entire thing. It is to do with that. So, at that time, at that point in time, X-Men was the highest grossing superhero film of the day.
Yeah.
Right?
And now it's not.
No. Well, this is it. No, but this is what I'm saying.
Resident Evil is not as successful as it was, so they're getting a new team.
No. It's the same team. It's the same team.
It's the same
Company.
management. It's a different team.
Exactly.
It's a different team.
It's the same management. So my point about the whole X-Men thing, right, is that X-Men, that was their most successful film, right? Then they released X-Men 2 and X-Men 3 and X-Men 4. And to be fair, if you was happy just to see a superhero film, you would have gone and watched that film, right? That's the projection. Now, when you flip it onto what Marvel created, they made more money in their first Avengers film than all of those X-Men films combined.
I'm not sure that's true, but go on.
It is. It took Avengers 1 took around about 2 billion.
Yeah, but all the X-Men films combined, that's a lot of films.
Do the math, bruv.
Show me some figures there.
No, I'll show you some figures. I'm going to go on to, US box office, yeah? Let's see it. Right.
Anyway, my point is...
No. I have to prove this point before you go on to your next point, yeah? That's how it's working.
It's not a next point, it's the same point.
Okay, so X-Men, because my whole point is, all because...
No, your whole point is, whether you prove what you're saying correct or not has nothing to do with the conversation.
It does.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It's because, the point is, yeah, obviously, if someone's making successful films for them, they're going to keep going that way. As soon as that stops being successful, they're going to go a different way and put someone else in the team.
My whole thing is this, right? With this particular property, right? Resident Evil, at the moment, is in the hands of a Fox in regards to the film team, right? They cannot produce a film that is off.
But you don't know that.
No. I know this now. I know this now.
From
they
the
cannot.
Point.
Let me finish.
From the point.
Shut up.
Go on.
All right. They cannot produce a caliber film of, say, the Marvel and the Avengers universe from a Resident Evil film, whereas Resident Evil has such a vast lore. It does. It doesn't
need to be. Look, this is the thing. This is where people fuck up. It doesn't need to be Marvel Avengers level. Like,
It does. It does. That's the bar.
That's the
Shut your mouth. Shut your whole face.
That is not the bar.
Yes, it is.
That is not the bar.
It is.
That's not the bar.
What film has done better than Marvel films?
Exactly. That's my point. That's
It's
not the
the
bar.
bar. It is.
That's the upper echelons. That's
No,
not the
it's
bar.
the bar.
No,
It's
the
the
bar.
bar.
What the bar is like just a good film. It doesn't need to transcend every time. You're not always gonna make $100 million. Like that's not every film. That's not every franchise. That's not every IP.
I'm right, by the way.
To get off that train. What?
I'm right.
What?
Basically, Deadpool won 300 million.
Where did Deadpool come from?
It's X-Men. I'm going to include all of them.
Okay.
Logan 250. X-Men Apocalypse. Blah blah blah. Once Upon a Deadpool took 6 million, which is great because it's for cancer. Yeah, I'm right. The whole X-Men films combined.
How are you right?
Now I'm going to go on to... And that's... Well, X-Men First Class, all of them. Like, all of them on average...
I can't see no calculator. What's going on?
Hmm?
I said I can't see any calculator. What's going on?
Oh, you want to see a calculator? Alright, cool. Right, I'm going to take a photo of that.
Anyway, what I'm saying is, from the point where you hire a competent writer, a competent director, or a competent showrunner to put out your whatever, you can easily turn the franchise around. It's not that fucking hard. It's not as easy as you coming out here being like, oh no, I don't like the Resident Evil films, they're trash, so this is gonna be trash. No. Like you could have said the same thing about Deadpool. All the other X-Men films are shit, but you like Deadpool.
I do like Deadpool.
Exactly.
Okay, just let you know, I'm right.
Do you not think it's
I'm
the
right.
same? What?
The first Avengers film, actually, basically, if you were to compare, like, even Justice League is, like, failed in comparison. Iron Man 3, so, like, the first 3 films that Marvel Studios produced, right, took more
you said
than...
one, though.
Alright, so we're just comparing it to what?
Avengers, that's what you
Avengers.
said.
So, Avengers Infinity War, that took home $2 billion.
That's not the first Avengers film.
It took home $2 billion.
So what? That's
Alright,
not the first Avengers.
You
said the first Avengers film made more than all the X-Men films combined.
Give me a sec. I am right.
I gave you a sec. We've been dead.
I am right.
You've been dead over there.
No, because like Age of Ultron basically took home.
Why are you talking about it?
No.
Irrelevant. I don't want to hear about anything else. All I want to hear about is X-Men Avengers, the first one, and all the X-Men films combined. That's all I want to hear about. I don't need to hear about no AOU. I don't need to hear about no Infinity War. I want to hear about no Endgame. I don't need to hear none of that shit.
Well, either.
Either what?
Either. X-Men films, on average. So that's 1 to 3, alright?
What, it's not including Deadpool anymore?
No, I'm just saying, even if you were to include
Once
Deadpool. Once Upon a Deadpool. If you were to include those,
Or like, First Class.
Or First Bryan Singer Class. Actually, I'm First Class, so we'll add all of those.
Days of Future Past.
Days of Future Past we don't count because it's not a Bryan Singer. Is it a Bryan Singer film?
Yeah, but that's not what you said. You didn't.
No. Well, this is every X-Men film.
Yeah, you did.
X-Men. So X-Men 1, X-Men 2, X-Men 3. X-Men.
What about the rest?
No, I'm just saying of those first 3.
You didn't say that.
That was the parameter. I said X-Men film. I didn't say
that.
I didn't say Wolverine. I didn't say anything like that. I didn't say Logan. But even with those box office takings,
I've even included Deadpool.
No, I said even if you include them. Avengers 1 or Avengers Assembled. Actually, that's what it's called, isn't it? Avengers.
You don't deserve all them pats you gave yourself on the back.
I do, bruv.
Don't, bruv.
I do.
Take
Avengers
that shit away.
Assembled.
Sit in the corner, bruv.
You sit in the corner, bruv.
Naughty step for you, bruv. Them lies.
Avengers Assemble. Box office. Yeah. It took home 1.6 million in the box office. Yeah, done more. Because that's only in the box office.
Wait, why you add up all the X-Men films?
Yeah, you do.
No,
Like,
why didn't you?
Alright, so... Oh, for fuck's sake. Always a stickler for the details, isn't it?
No fucking shit!
Right.
You can't be like...
Alright. So X-Men First Class took home 150, so 150 or 1.5 we'll say. Bloody hell. Alright, so... We won't include Deadpool because that's a good... We're only going to include... We'll only include...
I think you've proven your point.
No.
You've proven your point.
No. X-Men Origins, that's 1.79, so that's 1.7. 1.7, Apocalypse 155, First Class 146, so 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1, 2, 3, 3 times 1.5 is 6, so that's 600, and then Last Stand, that took 2.5, so that's 6 at 2.5, that's 8. Logan, that's another 2.25, so that's still low. So I've included X-Men, X-Men Apocalypse, X-Men First Class, The Wolverine, Days of Future Past. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of their films. So that's what, 9 times 2. Yeah, basically all of their films. Because I'm not sure whether or not this Mojo thing's just by the week or if it's the end closing thing. So, but yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're wrong.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm right.
I'm pretty sure you're wrong.
Pretty sure I'm right.
Pretty sure you're wrong.
So 1.6 billion, right, it took. This adds up to around about 1.8 max, but that's in the box office. That's not on DVD sales. DVD sales on top of that, and digital downloads and all that stuff for Avengers. I know for a fact I've got it. You probably have it. So, the mind boggles. But in regards to just box office
I also
alone...
have X-Men. I also have X-Men, so what?
Yeah, but box office alone...
Yeah. Pretty sure.
That one film...
Yeah.
That one film has made more money than all of those X-Men films. I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Pretty sure.
Okay, everybody out there in internet land, if you feel that Redacted just shut his mouth, tweet hashtag Redacted. And if you feel that I'm right, being Shunt...
If you think you should shut the fuck up.
hashtag Shunt. Definitely, by all means. But I digress, back to my normal point. Now, Resident Evil is such a good franchise that it doesn't have to necessarily be made by this one company. This one company is literally the Fox.
Yeah, obviously they have the license.
They have the license. What I'm proposing that Capcom do, which they probably kind of have with the animations, because the animations are superior to these live-action films in every other way. Fair enough, Fox took the risk first. They took the initial risk, and I applaud them for that. However, in regards to, say, this Constantine films, they took the initial risk to make this Resident Evil film.
Yeah.
But to be fair, out of all of the video games, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. You shouldn't have got this wrong.
Yeah, we could say the same thing about X-Men. And it doesn't matter. That's the thing I'm trying
does.
to say.
It does.
That is my point now. That it doesn't matter what they did in the past.
It does.
It doesn't.
It does.
Like,
It's
there's
like...
no reason why you can't give them the benefit of the doubt. At least wait until you see a trailer. At least wait.
No.
Every time they say they're making an X-Men film, I at least give them
You
to
know,
the trailer.
and I know, we can't trust trailers anymore.
I can. I think I got a good eye.
I don't.
I got a good eye.
I don't think I've got a good eye because it's whatever that person that's making the trailer wants you to see.
Obviously.
In regards to the actual film, completely different.
Obviously, but you can read between the lines.
There's
There's
no.
lots of things that you can look at.
What's that film? That film that with Gal Gadot that was really trash and it looked really good and had everybody that we liked in it.
999?
Triple no.
It was fine. I mean, it wasn't great.
No, but the trailer gassed me. I ain't gonna lie, it gassed me up.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
So now I can't trust trailers. Justice League pretty much said exactly what we was getting, but we didn't want to believe it. No, not Justice League. Batman vs Superman.
Oh no, I smelled that trash coming.
Yeah, well,
I smelled that. Trash
arguably.
From the first teaser.
What, Batman with a gun?
No, Do You Bleed? Was it the Do You Bleed?
Do You Bleed? Yeah.
Where it's like Batman was on the roof and Superman's facing him.
Yeah.
Like he just flies up or whatever. Like from then, I smelled that shit coming. I was very, very dubious from that, and then from the proper trailer started coming out, I was like, nah, this is not going to be good. A couple things told me, like the dialogue, just the kind of way it looked, like it just didn't look really that good. But the dialogue was a big one for me.
Yeah, I mean, Do You Bleed? That was
not even just the concept as well, because it's like, all right, it's like BVS. You've got Wonder Woman in there as well. You're gonna have to, or this is my thinking at the time, like you're gonna have to fit a villain in there at some point as well. Like it's just a lot. It's a lot for your first movie. Well, first movie or first movie with more than one superhero in it.
Especially if it's your first Batman film.
Yeah. That as well. It's also your first Batman film for this franchise. It's like
it's too much.
Yeah,
It's too much.
It's too much. It's too much too soon. Like there's different ways you could have introduced the team, and
I think it's because they just wanted to get into the meat and potatoes of everything straight away, and I kind of understand that. But
I do understand that, but there's ways you can do that. Like if you can do that without rushing. Like you just do it. Like you just make it like
no, it's not bad.
They already exist in this universe, but this is the first time they meet up. Like not just I don't know.
Have you seen the new? Well, basically, there's a new theory going around on the internet, or the internet, that every single DC property it's the same. It's the same property. So the Batman so basically Batman is both Val Kilmer, Michael Keaton, and George Clooney, and Christian Bale, and Ben Affleck. All of those are the same Batman.
Well, it's not that difficult to draw that line because one, from Michael Keaton to what's his face, George Clooney, that's the same Batman anyway. The only one that you'd have to convince me that fits is the Christian Bale one, but
the Christian Bale, in theory, could have existed before Batman 1.
Could have. That's true.
I mean, and that's the argument. So,
that is true.
And then the argument at the moment is that Ben Affleck is the modern Batman. So he's the Batman that's been through all of that to this point.
True, but what?
But it does mean that he's killed the Joker twice. Or actually, he's killed him once. He didn't kill him in the end of Dark Knight.
Yeah. So that's fine because he just killed him in Batman '89.
And then,
but yeah, like they mentioned the Penguins in Justice League, so you could say that happened.
Well, this is it. It's mad. It's like
I don't know why you'd have that line in there. Well, it's stupid. Like you want to. I don't want to go off on these films again.
That's fine. No, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But in regards to sort of like
but it's like.
Good films,
why
bad
would you
films.
Have that? Like you just want to put nods and like winks to other films. For
I mean, the Superman one. Superman one's a bit more confusing.
Which one?
Well, Superman, obviously, in general.
Why?
Because apparently, the new timeline, according to who fucked up this one, was it Bryan Singer again?
What? That did Superman?
Superman Returns.
No, it was thing in that. Snyder.
Yeah. So, in theory...
Wait, you say Superman Returns?
Yeah.
That was Singer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So... Man of Steel.
Well, Man of Steel... Well, if you were to do the whole timeline thing, as it were...
Yeah, I don't think
you can't do it with the Superman thing. I mean, you can do it with Batman to a certain degree.
Yeah, because one, most of those Batmans is just one Batman, just played by different actors anyway. And And yeah, I mean, there's no reason you couldn't say. Actually, the one thing why you couldn't say Batman, Christian Bale Batman, is the same as the Keaton Batman is because he would have had to meet Catwoman twice. He didn't know Catwoman when he met her. As Keaton.
Yeah. No, but this is it. It was like she was revisiting the town, the city, at that time. She was already Catwoman. She didn't become Catwoman. No, but she didn't become Catwoman. She was still... So, yeah, because that happened off screen...
That's a stretch.
It's a stretch,
that's very, like...
But it's like, their origins are still the same.
You're reaching.
I'm not reaching, I'm just saying...
No, I'm not saying
it could be argued.
I'm not saying you're reaching. Whoever came up with the theory is reaching.
I mean, like, the Batman one kind of intrigued me, but...
Those things don't really make too much sense.
Yeah, it just gets a bit cloudy.
And from like, a filmmaker's point of view and a production point of view, like, you wouldn't really want those connected anyway.
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, some are good, some are trash.
Yeah. Which is why I don't understand the Penguin reference.
The Penguin reference was just basically so you get an idea that Batman's faced off against weird, sort of like wonderful characters before. I don't think
but you could have said anyone else. You could have said someone that's not been in a film. Yeah. You could have said someone that was in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that would have made more sense.
Yeah.
And then you would have like, see, man, fuck this. Okay, we're not going to go into it. But in regards to like the lore of, fuck it up, we're still in Resident Evil, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah, TV series, I'm out.
How about the new reboot films?
Definitely out.
Why?
Gonna be trash.
They actually have a director for this one.
Well, who's the director?
As I was saying, Joan has Roberts.
Who has done?
Who's
done? Sorry, what has he done?
47 Meters Down and The Strangers That Pray at Night. I haven't seen either of those films.
Neither have I.
47 Meters Down is about just like kind of a horror film about two sisters vacation in Mexico. Actually, no, it's not horror. It's more of a thriller, I guess, because they get trapped in a shark cage at the bottom of the ocean with less than an hour of oxygen left, with white sharks circling.
I'm out. This guy seems like trash.
Why?
Might as well have done Sharknado, bro.
Yeah, but you don't even...
That doesn't make any sense. Of all places, New Mexico, fucking shark cage.
Why? People go shark caging in New Mexico.
No, they don't.
Why not?
They don't.
Not New Mexico, just Mexico.
It's trash, bro.
The Strangers That Pray at Night is about a family of 4 staying in a secluded mobile home park for the night, and they're stalked and hunted by 3 masked psychopaths.
I'm out. This guy is trash.
He's a horror guy.
He's not a horror guy, bro.
He's a horror guy.
That is lackluster horror. That's like bottom basement, £3 back if you buy another friggin' film horror.
You gotta start somewhere. Where did James Gunn start? He's making trauma films, bro. Trauma films.
Trauma, you knew exactly what he was getting himself into.
Exactly.
That 47 feet
Trashy
down
horror.
tries to escape the mystique of what it actually is, which is trash. Like, Trauma was trash that knew it was trash and didn't give a fuck about it and still done it anyway. That's funny.
This might know it's trash.
It's not.
You don't know that. Trash. You ain't seen it, bruv. You don't know.
So what is that? 47 something?
47 Meters Down.
Alright, cool. I'll watch that.
And Strangers That Pray at Night.
I'll give that one a miss.
Right.
You can't pay me to watch that film.
Right.
It just sounds horrible.
That's more the horror, like, in the vein of Resident Evil.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It's just like Resident Evil whatever.
Yeah, Biohazard's completely different. Biohazard's more about spoiler alert if you haven't played Biohazard.
I've seen it, I haven't played it.
Well, basically, Biohazard or Resident Evil 7 is about a guy that goes to investigate his girlfriend disappearing.
Yeah, he gets hillbillied.
Huh?
And gets hillbillied.
He doesn't get hillbillied.
Kinda, yeah, but it looks like he gets hillbillied.
No, it's about the original T-virus person who has psychic abilities or psychic hold over this family.
Yeah, that makes them hillbilly him.
No, it's more complex than that.
Well, I'm simplifying.
No, you can't simplify.
Yes, I can.
You can't.
Yes, I can.
It's not hillbillied. This is the thing, because there's other demons and nonsense involved.
Yeah, but it looks like a bunch of hillbillies are demoning him up.
Nah, they're just beating him up. It's a savage game, actually. Compared to the other ones, Resident Evil 7 is savage, but not as savage as Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2, bruv, I just got up to the first liquor, and the liquor is Libby's. Like, before, all you would have to do is, like, load up on gun bullets, and, and shotgun bullets, and you'd be cool.
Yeah.
This one, I've got magnum bullets, and it's still not doing nothing. Yeah, so I've got magnum bullets, and it's still not doing anything. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I like the sound of that.
Yeah, they're lethal. I mean, how many Resident Evils have you played through? Some. None. That means none.
No, I played some. I played like...
You played Mansion?
Most of 1, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Most of 2.
You just have a very bad thing, like, of not finishing what you start, You know, for now on, I'm just going to call you procrastinate. I'm not going to call you redacted. You procrastinate, bro.
No, times was hard. I didn't have a memory card, so every time I went to go play a game on PlayStation, I had to start from the beginning.
It's just retarded. You could have stole it.
What, a memory card?
Yeah. You should just hang them up willy-nilly. Easily steal one.
By the time I was old enough to steal one, I just bought them.
Fair enough. Redacted, stupid but honest.
Yeah.
That's terrible news. Alright, let's move it on.
Morbius.
What?
Morbius.
What?
The solo Morbius movie. Just moving along.
Okay, before we get on to this subject, I'm just going to have a drink. Give me a sec.
You could have set this up before, bro.
Huh?
You could have set this up before. Just have drinks lined up, ready to go.
Have a lineup.
Ready to go.
If you said that you was going to be speaking about Morbius, aka Jared Leto's Morbius, I would have had a whole bottle of scotch by my side.
That makes you thirsty.
Has to make me something.
That's not my fault.
It is, bruv.
I don't make the news, I just report it.
Bruv. Morbius. Here you go. Here's your carton of orange juice. Or apple juice. It's terrible stuff. I never thought it would get to this point, bruv.
I don't know what you're complaining for.
It's Morbius, bruv. It's Morbius.
Yeah, but I know. What's the level? Because you complain about everything.
No, it's Jared Leto playing Morbius.
So you just got a thing against Jared Leto?
No. It's the whole situation. The whole Venomverse or the Spider-Verse or whatever. As well as Jared Leto playing Morbius.
Well, you enjoyed Venom?
I enjoyed Venom to a certain degree. Got up until the end. Remember with the Carnage bit? And I still haven't watched Aquaman, so... that's better. Back in the room. Yeah, I still haven't watched Aquaman, so... Boy.
Morbius.
Go ahead. What have you
Live action solo Morbius. Spiderman-less Morbius.
Oh. There's more.
Jared Leto, Sony produced Morbius.
There's more.
The living vampire Morbius.
Oh. There's more.
Played by Jared Leto.
No Blade, Morbius.
No Blade, Morbius. So Matt Smith might be joining the cast.
What has he done?
Matt Smith, fucking Doctor Who.
Guy with the weird head.
I guess.
That guy.
Yeah.
What is he playing? Like,
they reckon he's going to be Morbius' friend, who apparently has the same
condition,
blood disease that he has.
But is he more like...
He's going to...
More in the forehead department.
Take... He's going to take the same serum, I guess.
Yeah, basically.
But he's going to be a worse vampire, and he's going to end up being the villain.
Yeah.
So normal Sony comic book A/B, like.
Not really. It's not because you had Ghost Rider before this. Ghost Rider was a lot.
Rider.
Yeah, Ghost Rider. Remember they done Ghost Rider, Columbia Pictures. We had this discussion because remember we first thought that Blade was done by Sony and it's actually Warner Brothers. That is it.
I didn't.
Ah, shut up. You liar.
I knew it was New Line. I've seen Blade 100 times and I've seen that New Line logo come up at the beginning.
But same with Passenger 57 and every other Wesley Snipes song.
I don't know.
Yeah. He was like New Line's guy at one point.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
Well, I can neither confirm or deny what you're saying. What do you want me to say?
How many VHS tapes do you own, sir?
Some.
I'm just saying, back in the day, the only ones that you could get on VHS were New Line cinema titles. Then the other ones you'd have to like either rent or sort of like look at or borrow for your friends because they're too expensive.
I don't think I was that interested in the other Wesley Snipes films to be paying attention to what's coming up at the beginning.
You see New Jack City, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all part of the same company.
Alright, yeah. Alright. Maybe
remember back in the day, like actors used to be tied to production
that
companies.
was back in the day. That wasn't like back in the recent day. That was back in the day.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
Not so much.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Definitely much.
You'll have to go do some research on that one.
Yeah, in the 90s, you used to be held to a studio.
Are you sure?
Yeah. That's the reason why Nicolas Cage was looking to do Superman, because he was under Warner Brothers.
No.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're wrong.
I'm pretty sure I'm right.
I'm pretty sure you're wrong. Anyway, Matt Smith. He's going to be Jared Leto's friend. He's going to be turned into another vampire. And they're going to have a fight.
Great.
This Morbius film is directed by Daniel Esposito.
Who has done
Safe House.
That's actually a good film.
That is actually a good film. And Child 44, which I have not seen.
It's actually a good film.
But I've heard that's good.
It's a good film.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, it should be better than Venom in regards to plot narrative.
You might want to hold your horses for a sec.
But Venom 2, oh my god, that looks good.
Fuck those films. No one's talking about that shit right now.
Yeah, they are. Venom 2.
This Morbius film is written by Matt Sazama.
Okay.
Sazama.
Matt Sazama, yeah?
Yeah.
Who is that?
God to be.
Tough sell. It's a tough sell, sir. Carry on. What's the other film?
And Burke Shapeless. Oh, no. Burke Shapeless is the other person that wrote with him. And I couldn't find any other writing credits for him. And the only writing credit I could find for Matt Sazama is Gods of Egypt.
Gods of Egypt is terrible, but I don't think it's the writer's fault.
You don't think it's the writer's fault?
I don't.
Are you sure?
I mean, like, it had everything.
I haven't seen it. But I just heard, and it looked like garbage.
That's what I'm saying.
I heard it was garbage.
See, the premise of Gods of Egypt is a good one, but if you played any God of War game, it's exactly the same shit.
Fair enough, I guess. Fair enough.
But the Fight of the Gods is hilarious, but it plays like crap.
Yeah, you said that last week, bruv.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think they're looking on a July 31st, 2020 release for this piece of garbage.
I don't think it's going to be complete garbage.
It is going to be.
It's got a lot going against it.
It has got a lot going against it.
It's not going to be complete
1,
garbage.
Jared Leto.
Oof.
2, Sony. 3, Matt Sazama and Burke Sharpless.
Sharpie.
Um,
And to be fair, I don't think it's...
3? Was that 3 or 2?
You went 3, but I don't think the right
4.
one's a valid one.
Why not?
It's not a valid one.
Why not? Gods of Egypt.
Gods of Egypt, it wasn't written badly.
Only credit.
Yeah, but, you know, it's the only thing he put his name on, I guess. That's how it works in Hollywood, isn't it? If it's really bad, you don't put your name on it. If it's okay and it's made a couple million, put your name on it.
I don't think it works like that. I mean, yeah, you can do that, but I'd go, like...
And it depends how many people are eyeing in being.
If you're a good director or writer, and it's shit, don't put your name on it. If you have no other credits, put your fucking name on it.
Yeah, I disagree.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
4.
Free.
Wait, did I say
technically free? It's technically free.
What? Just because you don't accept the
don't accept the right one because one, we don't know enough about him. But yeah, it is a new writer, so I'll give you that. But we don't know enough about him to say we're going to show.
3. It's fucking Morbius. 4. No Spider-Man. 5. Basic bitch script. Well, plot.
We don't know that yet.
We do. Well, allegedly.
Well, if it is the case that Morbius has a friend who's also a vampire and probably has a different agenda.
Who also has the same blood disease that he has and also becomes a vampire.
Also becomes a vampire. Ugh. Yeah, it is painting the same Venom picture. Which... It all depends. I mean, like, because a lot of films have these parameters. It all depends on the delivery. At the end of the day, it all depends what the director does with that piece of shit script, or if the script is amazing. It depends on, you know, how the director evolves that into the film.
So on this it depends, but on Resident Evil it's just like, nah, it's trash.
Nah, it's because it's the same cogs are at work. Same cogs are at work. That's the only reason.
You can say this. You can say that about this. It's the same fucking Sony cogs.
No, but
Avi Arad. Yeah, fucking producing all these shit Sony films.
But Venom worked in Japan, and you know,
where it works.
It worked.
Doesn't
it
make
worked.
it good.
No, but you could say the same thing about DC films. We are, as creatives, in this little, I don't know, colour by numbers bullshit age where, you know, you've got all these people that are making these films, getting all this money. But the main reason why they're getting all this money is because they speak the language of the old. It's like how can I put it? It's like all of the new people at the moment have progressed on to say, I don't know, let's give it a biblical proportion. They're all on like the New Testament, and Hollywood is very Old Testament, if that makes sense. So, you know, in the New sort of Testament, you got Jesus and, you know, explanations and no judgment, whereas Old Testament is sort of like thou shalt not kill or thou shall be stoned by God. So it's like one of those, like if you flip it on the sort of like social stance, so like the old school method of Hollywood is literally, you know, appease the old white man, whereas now it's like, oh, you got to be so diverse, you got to be so loving, you got to be so, and these two ideologies can't coexist. Like, literally, like Highlander, there could only be one. There could only be one. Yes.
I fail to see how that is relevant to Morbius.
It's because he's a vampire and, you know, cross-bearing. Vampire at that.
I meant, like, actually, rather than just the biblical reference.
No, I'm just saying, in regards to this whole subject, as it were, with Morbius, it is literally the new guys, so we should give him a chance. However, I don't know. I think it's because the new
Resident Evil doesn't get a chance.
Resident Evil doesn't get a chance because I've seen what they can do.
But you've seen what Sony can do. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not.
It is.
Nah, because this
is. It is, except we know the producers on fucking Sony's Morbius. We don't know. We know it's the same company, but we don't know it's the exact same guys that's doing these fucking Resident Evil spin-offs and Reboot.
Well, it depends. I mean, like, with the Resident Evil thing, I think I hold that more closer to my chest because it's a video game adaptation. And it's a video game that I particularly like, which is Resident Evil. I enjoyed my teenage years running around Raccoon City, licking off heads of zombies. So that's part of my youth, as it were. I used to play Resident Evil, Metal Gear Solid on the PlayStation, you know, all these sort of games, and I used to enjoy myself whilst I was doing it.
So Spider-Man deserves to be mismatched?
Spider-Man does not. Spider-Man is held up in a higher caliber. And that's the reason why I'm happy that Marvel...
These are Spider-Man characters they're fucking with.
They're not really.
They are.
They're not. I mean, all of the main characters that we would actually give a fuck about...
Morbius is... Well, Venom's not. Venom's not a major Spider-Man character.
He is a major Spider-Man character, but he's not of the caliber of, say, a Norman Osborn. I would feel more
He's up there.
He is and he isn't.
No, he just is.
He isn't. Not really.
No, just is.
Green Goblin or Venom? You're gonna go Green Goblin.
Yeah, but that's like saying.
Like, if you basically could only imagine a football team, right? You can only choose 10 Spider-Man villains, right?
You're trying to say Venom wouldn't be in the top 10?
I'm not saying it wouldn't be.
No, because he definitely would be.
Not really.
Yes, he would.
No,
of course he would.
No, because you got to think of it as a football team.
Yeah.
Like, what you got to do? Put Venom in goal.
It doesn't matter where he fucking plays.
It does.
No, Venom's a striker.
Exactly, he's a striker.
Exactly.
How many strikers have you got in Spider-Man? Strikers. You got lots of fucking strikers. He'll be on the bench, bruv.
He wouldn't be on the bench.
He would.
He would
Venom
not be
would be
on
on the bench. Green Goblin, just goblins.
No,
goblins.
No. Green Goblin, Hobgoblin does not come before Venom.
What do you mean Hobgoblin doesn't come?
Hobgoblin does not come before Venom.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Harry
is not Hobgoblin. Harry is another Green Goblin.
He's not another Green Goblin. He's
He is
Hobgoblin.
another Green Goblin.
Okay. I'm going by the animated series because the animated series is the nearest to the comics. Hobgoblin was played by Harry.
No, he wasn't.
He was.
No, he wasn't.
Who was he playing then?
He was another Green Goblin.
He wasn't another Green Goblin.
He was another
Green
Goblin.
Hobgoblin. He was the Orange Goblin.
He wasn't.
He was Hobgoblin.
He wasn't.
It's Hob.
No, he wasn't.
He was.
No, he was not.
Okay, you need to watch that again.
You need to watch it again. You always tell me
Because
I need to watch something.
there's Hobgoblin.
I know.
There's Demo Goblin. There's Red Goblin, which is obviously a variant of Green Goblin, which is the Carnage symbiote. That's it. That's pretty much all the goblins. But there are different versions of the comic that have Harry play both Venom and Hobgoblin and Green Goblin. So, yes. But in regards to that, anyway, so like the strikers. Who are the strikers? Norman's definitely a fucking striker.
Yeah.
Vulture.
No, he's more.
Well,
like
Sinister Six. Okay, so Doc Ock and Vulture.
Okay, yeah, all right, fine. Say it's the Sinister
Six are the bloody midfield.
And Venom is a sub of the Sinister Six.
So it's a sub. That's what I'm saying. He'll be on the
Yeah,
bench.
only because the Sinister Six was invented before Venom was.
Yeah, but Venom was created by Todd McFarlane. So my whole thing is that he is the newest Spider-Man character. He's like he'll be an under 21 if that makes sense. He hasn't been seasoned like to the right degree.
Yes, he has.
He hasn't.
Yes, he has.
He hasn't.
Yes, he has.
Not Eddie Brock Venom.
Yes, he has.
No, he hasn't.
Yes, he has.
Agent
of course
Venom.
He has.
Agent Venom. Yeah, but he's
That's
on the
just
side.
ridiculous. He's
on the
even
side.
younger.
He's on the side of
That's
Spider-Man.
dumb. He's even younger.
Yeah, but he's seen wars.
No, he hasn't.
Yes, he
He's
has.
been like the under 15s or some shit.
No, Flash. Well, the one that's in Spider-Man has seen wars.
So?
Agent Venom has seen wars.
That doesn't mean shit.
Intergalactic wars.
That doesn't mean
He's
anything.
made Venom symbiote into a fucking hero.
That doesn't mean anything.
This is crazy talk that's coming from you.
No, it's crazy talk coming from you.
No. So Venom's not a striker. He's a sub.
No, he's not.
He is.
He's not a sub.
He is. Out of all of them, he's a sub.
He's not a sub.
He is.
Nah.
Yeah.
No.
Morbius is on transfer. Let's be real. He's on transfer. If we're doing a whole football analogy, he is in processes of being transferred. He's arguing the manager. He's not really on the team. So, boy, there's that one. So, in regards to Venom and Morbius, I'm gutted in some senses that I can't see him play, but I understand it completely.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, like,
No.
Carnage over Venom, as regards to, like, you know, enemies.
No.
Carnage over Venom.
No
Carnage
way.
is crazy.
So what? That doesn't mean
He's
better.
on the field.
That doesn't mean he's more
I don't
important.
think he's more important, but as I said before, he's under 21 as well. So they're not being seasoned. Not being seasoned.
They're well in season, bro.
No, bro. Not compared to, like, Craven and Doc Ock, Mysterio, you know, these iconic Hydro Man.
Hydro Man, you shut your mouth.
Sandman.
Fuck you.
He killed his freaking uncle, bruv.
Fuck that film, bruv. That's not what happened.
It did.
No, it did not.
Who did he get killed by? Joe Chill.
That's Batman and you know it.
I know.
the rage and the confusion in your face, like, it's Batman. No. Although I have seen a recent run of Batman that's quite interesting.
What, the Batman Who Laughs?
Yeah, the Batman Who Laughs. And have you seen the backstory for the Grim Knight?
No.
Basically, the scenario is that Bruce Wayne wrestles the gun from Joe Chill and he kills him for killing his parents.
Okay.
And then he becomes Bruce Wayne, and then he becomes Batman, and oof, he's vicious.
But he avenged his parents' death. Why did he become Batman?
Well, this is the argument. Like, obviously, the idea behind every universe is that Batman exists. Well, in the DC's universe, Batman always exists, Superman always exists, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, etc., etc. The entity that is these exist. However, if things go wrong, they enter the negative zone, and if things go right, they enter the positive zone. I mean, you watch Dark Metal, right? Red Dark Metal, I mean.
No.
Yeah, well, basically, more or less that happens, and the Batman Who Laughs, his sidekick is the Grim Knight, who's obviously just a vicious version of Bruce Wayne. Vicious. Looks like the Punisher. He's pretty much the Punisher.
Okay. Good.
Anyway, I digress. Let's have a dumb shit. We was arguing on Resident Evil for like a hot minute.
Yeah, because what you're saying is insane.
Stop it. Let it go. Move on. We're not doing this again in Redacted. We're not doing this again.
Dark Phoenix images.
What do you mean Dark Phoenix images?
They released some images of the Dark Phoenix.
Fuck that. Next one.
What?
Fuck that. No. Gets no airtime, bro.
What?
No.
I'm the one that's supposed to be offended by this. You clearly don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit because I'm not going to watch it. I told you last episode I'm not watching Dark Phoenix.
You're really not going to see it?
Yes. The only time I'll ever watch it is if it's on, like, you know, movie on demand service that I've already paid for. By accident.
Alright, so it's coming out on June the 7th.
Great for them.
It's written and directed by Simon Kinberg.
Same one that done the last two ones that suck.
No.
Weren't he like Singer's buddy?
Yeah, he's produced on all those films.
That's what I'm saying. He's trash.
Next
one.
This is the first time he's directing.
Ugh.
Right, you just said you wanted to give the new ones a chance.
Not that guy.
Why not?
Because he's not new.
He's new to directing.
Was he new to producing when he took on X-Men? Destroyed it?
No.
Then fuck that guy. Next subject. You're not wasting any more time on these trash holes. Fucking trash, bruv. That's the worst trash as well because it's dug up trash. It's like trash that was in the landfill, got a bit stinky and started to rot away, and then they dug it back up. It's trash. It was already trash when they first saw it, and it's still making it more trash. I'm just going to throw it back in the same place. I.e. my face. It's trash, bruv.
Last week we spoke about Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
There was no release date.
Yeah.
We now have a release date.
When is it?
10th of July 2020.
Yeah, I mean, I'm mildly interested. As like I said before, the trouble is it sounds the female one sucked. It was well intended.
It's just a fact.
It well intended, but it was trash. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the reboot.
Yeah.
It's well deserved because, like, as much as it tried to be funny, it just simply wasn't. It was a very bad joke, that whole Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Although, performance-wise, Liam Hemsworth was, Chris Hemsworth, my bad, was fairly tolerable.
Yeah, except his
character's main ethos and his, like, I get it, they're trying to spin it on its head and, you know, but Janine wasn't a bimbo, so...
That's not spinning on his head. He was a retard for no reason. And when she's constantly trying to hit on him, that's very quite uncomfortable.
Yeah. A little bit of word rape.
Yeah, which would turn into actual rape.
Great stuff.
The Invisible Man.
Oh, I heard about this.
So,
Now you see him, now you don't.
So, obviously, Universal's Monster Magic Mash interconnected universe is now dead.
I doubt it.
All thanks to the Mummy.
I reckon it's going to be re-established with this film. Because they've got to do something with it.
Possibly, but they're saying, not really. They could just make standalone movies, which it looks like they're trying to do. They're saying they want to make standalone movies with decent directors that have a vision for the property. So, Lee went...
That almost sounds reasonable. I don't believe it. Carry on. It's fine.
You don't trust Universal?
No, just that whole sentence. It sounds too reasonable.
That's just no pleasing you.
No, but just listen to that. Like, say it out loud. Say it again.
I did.
No, say it again, and then listen to it.
They want to make standalone movies with decent directors that have a vision for the property. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. That's what's wrong with it. It's like it's perfectly placed within it's a well-structured sentence, if that makes sense. And it sounds extremely reasonable.
Yeah.
I don't buy it. It's Hollywood. It's Hollywood. I don't buy it.
So, they learned their lesson.
No.
They tried to make it into... It flopped on the first film.
It didn't flop on the first film.
It did. The Mummy.
It didn't.
The Mummy.
Okay, define the word flop.
It lost money.
Lost money.
The
but
franchise is dead.
Wasn't it dead from before?
I don't know what else, how else you could spin it. Like, they had all kind of actors lined up. They had Angelina Jolie. They had Tom Cruise. They had what's his face? The guy from No Country for Old Men. They had Russell Crowe. They had Johnny Depp. Like, they had actors lined up the wazoo, and the thing flopped on the first film. Like, everyone's all standing around taking a picture with each other. The only thing that's sadder than that picture that all of them took together, and now that none of the films are getting made apart from the Mummy's made, is that picture that they took of all the X-Men and Deadpool and Channing Tatum waiting for his Gambit movie, and he's the only one that his movie didn't get made. That's just sad when you look at that picture.
The messed up thing about this whole film, right?
Mm. Which film? The Invisible Man? No,
the Mummy.
We're talking about Invisible Man.
No, that's what I'm saying about the whole universe and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It took 410 million, right?
How much did they spend?
Well, this is it. But then when you look at the math, right? The math of the actual the series, as it were, right?
Yeah.
The Mummy Returns did 433 million.
Yeah, but they definitely spent less.
And the Tomb of the Dragon, which is the fourth one with Brendan Fraser.
Yeah. Is that the one with Jet Li?
Yeah, one with Jet Li. Actually, that's the third one, right? But this one's technically Mummy 4. Because we don't include the Scorpion King in that mix.
Why not?
That's like 2.5.
It's not. It was in like 3.5.
No, because before they went Chinese. Mummy.
Yeah, it is before.
So there's the Mummy.
Yeah. There's Mummy Returns. Mummy...
The Scorpion King. And then...
No, because there was a...
But either, right?
Yeah.
Scorpion King made 165.3 million, which is already waning on sort of like thin strings anyway. And then the Tomb of the Dragon took 401 million. Yeah. Now, depending on how much they spent on the Mummy, which I think is just ridiculous if they spent more than 400, which is basically the budget of takings from their last film. Yeah. If anything, that budget should have been slashed like in half.
Probably was.
Well, let's hope so. But yeah, they made more money on this than they did on the Jet Li.
Yeah, but they probably spent a lot more.
Yeah. I mean, I guarantee you, like, they probably did. But it's like, why would you?
Especially on marketing. I forgot about that jelly film. I forgot there was a mummy. Until you just said, until you mentioned dragon.
Well, this is it.
I forgot all about it.
For all purposes and
Certainly
details,
did not see it.
like, the mummy shouldn't have been the first one that they led with. It should have been Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, Wolfman maybe, or the Invisible Man. If they led with the Invisible Man,
they made a Wolfman recently, and that was a bit of a flop as well.
Nah, that one's alright.
It was flops.
Nah, the Wolfman was good.
People hate that film.
What, the one with Benicio del Toro? Really?
Yep.
Fair enough. I thought it was good.
Yeah, I think critically it wasn't good. I don't think it made that much money either.
Probably not. But either, like, they made a lot more money than the original concept. So it's like, when people say, oh, it flopped, blah, 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 I get it in some senses. Some films do flop and they stop making them. But in regards to the mummy, like bearing in mind whether or not they actually spent more money on the marketing and the actual thing than they actually made back.
Did.
But yeah, I feel that it did really flop.
I mean, and even like, no, I mean, you can't say that. I mean, it just did. Like, it
400
just
million. That's 401 million.
Yeah,
410 million.
But if they're spending more than that,
Yeah, if they're spending more than that, then it's a joke.
or not even, they don't even have to spend more than that. If they're just making, like,
If they're breaking even, then they fucked it.
yeah, even just more than breaking even, it's just like there's no point. Like, we should just stop doing this because.
But it led with the mummy. The mummy had already waned in like popularity. I think like it was really popular like in the was it the mid or is it like the late 90s? I think it's the late
90s,
I guess. And yeah, it's just one of those ones where Dwayne The Rock Johnson was in Mummy Returns, and then he had his spin-off one, which was Scorpion King.
Yeah.
Even the Scorpion King only did 165 million, and that's with The Rock in it.
Yeah,
I mean, fair enough, but then it was a budget.
The Rock back then.
Yeah,
He was just The Rock. He wasn't Dwayne
No,
The Rock Johnson then.
Yeah. He wasn't the box office puller.
Yeah.
But even so, like that in itself is just testament to stupidity. But like, if for example, if they led with like the Invisible Man, it would have been a lot better because there wouldn't have been any expectation. And Invisible Man, what you gonna do? Just not show someone? That doesn't take any form of money. I mean, if I don't know, Hollow Man maybe.
I guess, but it's Tom Cruise. They probably thought he was the biggest draw.
He is, but it's how much money are you looking to make with this film? This is the
Obviously
question.
more than however much you said they made.
410 million.
Yeah, so they wanted to make more than that.
Well,
and if you think of how much, like, those are big actors, like...
Yeah, they need to get paid.
Yeah. So...
I reckon that, as horrible as it sounds, they should have just went with a very, very minimal cast and a very minimal budget.
Yeah, they should, but they want to go big, innit?
Ugh, pointless. Absolutely pointless.
But it looks like they've learned their lesson.
I hope so.
Yeah, they want...
So who's voicing the Invisible Man?
Directors to be directors. I don't think it's that far yet. But...
Notice I said who's voicing him. Because no way anybody's playing him.
Yeah, someone's going to be him at some point.
Do you remember that TV series, The Invisible Man?
No.
That shit was gross. I just take off his skin and throw it on the floor. He used to have rubber skin, so he could be seen.
Okay. Lee Winnell is writing and directing.
Who's that?
He did. He wrote and directed Upgrade and Insidious 3.
Upgrade I liked.
Yeah.
I did like it. Have you seen it yet?
Not yet.
It's good.
Not yet, but everyone tells me it's good.
It's good. Very good. Well, basically, it's Like, for those that don't know, Upgrade is a film where somebody has a microchip embedded in their spine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we talked about it before.
I know, but it's like our new listeners, you know, those guys.
So you're gonna jump on my case for repeating myself, but you're gonna actually repeat yourself.
God, it's no pleasing.
Why, bro?
It's no pleasing. No, I keep telling you that's in the contract, bruv. You madman. Gonna get us both fired.
Fuck those guys. Birds of Prey teaser.
Fuck those guys, bruv. That wasn't even a teaser, bruv. That was just a blip. It looked like a fucking... Do you remember those... No, I want to give them a shout out, but those boho adverts that just come on and you just have like music and some girl wearing some stuff and just like boohoo.com or something like that.
No.
That was the whole trailer, bruv. It just looked like one of those things. There was no real substance to it at all. It was just like she's just walking around with the thing, and there was a bottle being drunk, and I was thinking like, what the fuck's this, bruv?
Oh, to be fair, teasers you don't really see much. Like the first teaser, you don't really.
That wasn't a teaser. That wasn't even an advert. That was like 3 seconds. If that guy, you know when I was saying about they might be seeing the trailer soon.
No, fair enough, yeah. But they dropped the Ghostbusters teaser last week, and you probably saw more
in the Ghostbusters teaser. Now,
no, in the Birds of Prey teaser.
No,
yes, you did. It just went past really fast. If you paused, like you would have seen some shit.
I don't know. Like if I wasn't aware of what I was watching, I didn't click that link on YouTube or Facebook or something like that. If I did not click on it, I wouldn't know what the fuck it was.
That's a fair point, but counterpoint. It's a tease. Like you're not likely to stumble across a teaser somewhere where you're not expecting it.
Okay, we now have to put a parameter on what is counted as a teaser. A teaser for me is 10 or 20 seconds of footage. No, a trailer is A trailer used to be a minute long.
Yeah.
That's a trailer. Is a minute. Cut down to maybe, I don't know, 45 seconds.
Yeah.
A teaser is around about 10 to 30 seconds of some footage and dialogue and logo. No, there wasn't no logo, there wasn't nothing. It's just pointless. All I saw was Margot Robbie running up and down. It could have been something from an Instagram feed.
You saw the bat.
Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that.
You saw the bat.
Fuck that.
You saw the bat.
No.
And again, like, you know what it is. Like,
Don't.
Why you acting
I
like
don't
you
know what it is. It's a brand new film. You need to explain yourself.
Yeah, but you knew what it was when you clicked the link.
No, I saw the link.
Yeah.
I thought, oh my god, let's click it. Click. And I was just like,
what
the fuck's this?
What are you complaining
For that reason.
What?
The definition of teasers and descriptions have to be outlined because it's getting annoying. It's getting annoying.
Everything's annoying though. I don't know how you can tell the difference.
I didn't feel
How can you
teased.
tell the difference?
I did not feel teased. If that is a teaser, I did not feel teased. I didn't know what the fuck I was watching. If anything, they should just say confusing blip. They should call it a confusing blip rather than a teaser. Because that's what it is. No.
You did.
No, confusing blip.
If you didn't know you was watching, you wouldn't be able to complain.
Confusing blip. That's it. Just label it correctly. I thought I was watching the teaser. I saw a confusing blip.
You were.
Pointless. That's pointless. Candyman. Okay,
Candyman.
What more about it?
So it looks like Lakeith Stanfield is joining the Candyman crew.
Who's Lakeith?
He's in Get Out, but he's not the main dude. He's the
breaking his mind dude.
The breaking his mind dude.
Yeah, the light from the camera goes off and he's like, get out now.
Was that the dad?
He became the dad.
No, I don't think it was him. He was one of the other guys that was at the party. The one he thought he knew.
No.
The one that he did know.
Yeah, the one that he did know. And then the light flashed in his eyes, and then that's the guy I'm talking about. The guy that was in the dad was the big gardener.
Yeah.
So it's the big gardener.
No, he's the one at the party that he recognised. He's also he's the main dude in Sorry to Bother You.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry to Bother You guy.
Which is also good, and he's in Atlanta.
ATL.
So he's in talks to play the protagonist, a young man that's researching the urban legend of the Candyman.
I feel that this is a weird one to predict because Jordan Peele's amazing. Like in regards
He's only
to
producing, though. He's not directing.
this is it. It's like I get it.
Nia DaCosta is directing.
Lady, right?
What you got against lady directors?
No, I'm just saying it's a lady, right?
Yeah, but you're like, lady.
But I'm just saying, like,
yeah, what you're saying? You hate lady directors?
no, I'm just saying, like, Candyman. The original one was a relationship film, although there was a lot of coffee on Ulay.
So
things.
women can direct lots of types of films.
No. I'm just saying, like, you know, and if it's a black actress / director / person. Well, mind you, the first one was trash, so it's like... Actually, I thought that's a strong word to use in this one. It was a 90s film. So, a lot of those films were badly made, but they did have their good forms, shall I say, not thoughts, good forms. Candyman was truly terrifying in regards to its unpredictability. But in regards to the actual new version of it, I don't see it working as effectively.
Why not?
There isn't... I mean, there's still problems in America right now, but...
You just hate films, right?
I love film. That's the reason why I can talk about it
Hate
all day.
films!
I don't like Candyman.
You hate everything!
I don't like Candyman. I thought it was... Because it was a lazy... adaptation of certain like things, like, you know, when I was talking about Cropsy and all that stuff a couple episodes back, it's one of those ones where you watch it, like now I tried to watch, I think it was like Farewell to the Flesh, which I think is the second one, the other day. I think it's off of Netflix or something like
I
that.
don't think that's the second one.
The second one's horrible, but it's more gory.
I don't think it's the second one.
But Candyman, it's too... Well, basically, the idea behind Candyman is that they combined loads of urban legends, thrown them into one entity, and then made him a black man, and then he was terrorizing a white woman who kept saying his name in the mirror.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's that impressive.
Yeah, but they can obviously do more with it.
Yeah, of course they can. I mean, like, if his name is, like, mentioned in the mirror 5 times or whatever, it's great and it's terrifying, you know, because the only time that you actually see... I mean, for me anyway, horror, in order for it to be truly scary now, if that's your intention, is for it to be more psychological based in regards to either you looking through the eyes of the murderer throughout the film, or you having such a good sort of like, you know, protagonist that, you know, you give a fuck about the story.
Maybe that's what they're doing.
Yeah, maybe. But I reckon it's
That's
just...
why they got Lakeith Stanfield.
Yeah, so he's going to be the antagonist. Protagonist. So now they've changed the whole narrative, because like now it's a black guy going up against another black guy.
Some of that.
Candyman's a black guy.
Maybe black Candyman's going to be a black woman.
A white woman, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, fuck it. Maybe. I mean, it could be good. Could be absolutely awful. Could go either way.
Yeah, so I could only find one director credit. So she's new, but
Good, maybe.
yeah, her film looked interesting, and what's her face was in it? Valkyrie.
Tessa
Thompson. That's
Thompson.
it. Yeah, she was in it.
Yeah, it could be good. Could be absolutely awful. That one's still 50-50. I need to see a trailer before I fully commit.
Wow. The Grudge again. This time it's personal.
So it's personal. It's a
Reboot of The Grudge. Yeah, no, that's why it's funny. Reboot of The Grudge.
Well, The Grudge, it's only good if it's a Japanese...
Yeah, of course it's not. It's a reboot of the American Grudge. Also, this film has already been bumped from its June 21st, 2019 to January the 3rd, 2020. So it's been dumped in the dumping ground of January, where all shit films go to die.
No, not necessarily.
Unless you're a comic book movie.
I don't know. I feel...
Or a subversive horror movie. This is not that.
I don't think it's the Grudge's fault, because it got caught up in that whole wave of, oh, let's make everything Japanese, American phase of Hollywood. Huh?
Or Korean.
Or Korean, yeah. But they didn't care whether or not it was Korean or whatever. They just... Actually, Korean films actually took a lot longer to make American. I mean, Old Boy took around about 7 to 8 years.
That's one.
And then, like, The Ring, or the Ring series, that got made.
One of the first.
That was one of the first, but that's a Japanese one. That one came out, I think, in 95. The original.
John Cho is in this film. Feel sorry for you, John Cho.
Oh, bad move, John Cho.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bad move.
I think you got high off that Facebook movie he made. I mean, not that. It wasn't a Facebook movie. It was a horror movie. Well, a thriller. Based around Facebook. His daughter was...
What was that? Friend request or...
Nah, it was missing or something. His daughter went missing. And he was chatting to her friends on Facebook, blah, 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 blah. But apparently that's good.
Okay, we'll give it a try.
So he was high off that, and he was like, yeah, I'll do Grudge.
Oh, that's a shame.
It is.
That's a shame.
Fast and the Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
I've already explained my oohs and ahs about this film, but what's your opinion?
Have you?
Yeah. Brixton.
Oh my god, that's such a shit reason.
No, it's the exact reason, bro.
Huh?
It's an exact reason.
I mean, it doesn't mean it's good.
One is Fast and Furious. Two, Idris Elba's name in it.
Fast and Furious makes money.
Yeah,
Whether
not
you
my
love it or
money.
hate it. Whether
Not
you love it or
my
hate
money.
It.
Not
fair
my
enough.
money.
It doesn't have to. It doesn't always have to be your money.
I know. It could be somebody else's
They
money,
make
but-
films for other people, you know, rather than just you.
Yeah, I
And
understand.
you know what? If they just made films for you, they'd be broke because you hate everything.
No, I like films.
No.
They'll make exactly the right amount of money.
Trash.
No, those films that you're saying to me are trash. Resident Evil, trash.
You don't know. It's not out yet.
I do. I can see that one a
They
mile off.
they don't even have a cast, and you're saying it's trash.
Exactly, it's a bad idea. Stop doing it. How about that?
So if they've got the best writer in the world, the best cast that they could possibly have,
If they could pay the best writer in the world, and they could pay the best
can.
cast
They
in
got
the
money.
world, if they can pay them, then fair enough, it's going to be an amazing movie. But they won't, and that's the reason why it'll be trash.
you don't know that.
Bruv, Constantine films are like the
Yeah, but that dude.
Fox universe of fucking video game adaptation.
Yeah, but that dude that's directing, you said yourself you'd like one of those movies.
Wait. No.
Oh, yeah, no, that was Morbius.
That's what I was thinking. No. I didn't like it. I didn't hate it. I didn't hate The Gods of Egypt. But I knew it was a very generic, bullshitty film. It's a popcorn film. That's it.
Okay.
I didn't leave with any sort of moral.
Anyway, Hobbs and Shaw.
Hobbs, Shaw,
Reigns.
and Brixton. Yeah, great
Yeah.
one.
And also Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I saw those clips.
Roman Reigns joins the cast of Hobbs and Shaw.
Which means...
The big dog himself.
So that actually means that the storyline
Down.
in WWE is actually shite.
Not necessarily. It could just be like he wasn't doing anything, and The Rock was like, "Do you want to make my movie?"
Yeah, but he had like...
Leukemia, but
yeah.
that doesn't mean he can't act. It just means he can't wrestle. The big difference between being dropped on your head when you got leukemia and acting.
Yeah, dropping chemo, yeah. I guess it. I mean, like, if it is a ruse,
It can't be, man. That's just too shitty.
that is
That's way too
shitty.
shitty. People are crying. Like, you can't do that. You can't do that.
It's horrible. But he wasn't getting over, so what does he get?
Yeah, maybe. But I don't think, if it wasn't true, I don't think he would have dropped the belt.
Yeah, he would have.
Not really.
Yeah, because it's
Why?
plot narrative, isn't it?
Yeah, but he doesn't need to
Biggest
drop the belt.
comeback of the century after his movie career flops.
Yeah, but maybe.
Yeah, I'm too cynical for this one. Carry on. Next one.
Fast and the Females. Female-led Fast and the Furious.
Why do you get all this shit, bruv?
What are you talking about?
This shitty fucking Fast and Furious stuff. I don't care for it, sir. Don't care for it. Do not care.
Well, when you run the show, you can put whatever you want in the lineup.
It's 2 episodes, bruv. I can't fucking wait.
Good. Then I'm
Fast and the
I'm
Furious.
not going to do the lineup for you then.
You never have.
You lying sack of motherfucker.
You never have, bruv.
What are you talking about?
Rewind this shit,
What
bruv.
are you talking about?
You've never done a lineup.
No, for you. For your show. That's what I'm talking about. I don't do one for my show. Do one for your show.
No.
Alright, cool.
I'm pretty sure I do my lineups.
Cool.
Pretty sure I do.
Cool. Alright, cool.
You add topics,
Cool.
but you don't do it.
And what you put in the lineup?
Don't you get
topics.
Brooklyn friggin'
Would you
99 on me, bro?
Would you put in the lineup if it's not topics?
Subjects.
Yeah, whatever, bro. Whatever.
Themes.
Yeah, we'll see you. What's the roll on 2-3 episodes time?
2 episodes, bruv.
We'll see a downtick in the production.
Never, bruv. Bruv, there is literally no production value in this. I had to basically get Bradley and Jermaine to buy us a better mic and to boost the volume on your side, whilst I have to stand like 5 feet back. Because complaints, bruv, were ridiculous. It's like, yeah, I could hear Shunt all day, but what's up with Redacted? Why is he like half sooty? That's what I heard, bruv.
That motherfucker should turn the shit up.
No, they have turned the shit up.
Clearly not.
And then like they're blaming the sound quality and stuff like that. And they say, but it doesn't make sense because I can hear you clear as day, right? But Redacted, nah, bruv, can't hear it.
I've had no complaints. I have nothing but...
Yeah, because they don't recognise your voice.
Nothing but the good vibes.
You know why? Because they don't
vibes.
recognise your voice, bruv, because they don't know what you're saying.
Don't make any sense.
Yeah, exactly. Because they can't hear you. They can't say yeah, by the way, yeah, what you said on this episode is really fucked up. They don't know they wouldn't hear it. It's just loud nonsense from me.
Alright, Wylion, show done. Peace.
What do you mean, Wylion show done? You can't do that.
Why not?
Is there any more show left?
Yeah, it's finished.
Is it done?
That's why I said yeah. That's what show done means.
Show done.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
You're not saying it because you're upset.
Look,
about
man, I
the
showed
feedback.
you myself. Fighting Lady Fast and Furious was the last thing.
Ugh.
Boom.
That's it. So
I show my work. I don't just say
you don't show your work, bruv.
I'm showing it right there. Look.
You know, Hobbs and Shaw, Fast and Females.
Yeah. Show done.
Ugh. So you haven't read anything from the mailbag?
Well, I haven't had any correspondence on my side. You got any correspondence over your side?
I've got 2 correspondents.
Guess show's not done then yet.
I'm sorry. The party people. Yeah, so the first one is based on the shenanigans from last week when we was just asking each other those random
shenanigans.
You know, when we was asking each other about, was it that Home Alone thing?
Oh yeah.
I think anyway. So
your shenanigans. I had a legitimate question. You just asked me a question for no reason.
No. You asked me about Home Alone, which characters, blah blah blah. And now everybody's got, like I say everybody, but these randoms are now been amped by your such random, you know, salacious.
How dare you call the gorillas randoms?
They are, bruv. The gorillas are random. Gorillas in the mist, bruv. The mist of marijuana smoke by the apparent requests. Okay. So, much with last week where we were saying about which superheroes would you put in the casting of certain films. What do you mean you need to go to the toilet?
What do I mean? It's good toilet, man.
You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that.
What? Last week you said I could pause it.
Oh, God. Fuck. Yeah, so we're back. And, yeah. So, in the midst of the gorilla sort of marijuana smoke and all that stuff, they asked me if you could do the reverse of that thing. So, if you were to put a actor into a role of a comic book character, I name your ideal cast, who would they be and why? That's the first one. And the second one is the same but with video game characters in video games. So I'm going to throw it to Redacted first. Which which comic would you cast a particular cast from a film in? So the idea is that we're kind of like, casting, say, a Samuel Jackson, Nick Fury, but it has to be from a particular film.
Okay.
So a whole film cast into one comic.
What? The actor or the character?
Well, basically, so for example, if you say, I don't know, we've got set parameters as per usual. So the X-Men with the cast of Friends.
Okay.
For example. Or
the characters or the actors?
It will be the character. Actually, no. Oh God, parameters. So basically, the actors, rather than, because obviously, like, we already know what Wolverine is and blah blah blah. But if you were to do it with the Friends cast, well, it would be what Joey as Wolverine.
Can it be animated?
Yeah, it'll be animated. Okay. So first, we pick a comic. X-Men is out, by the way. Just said that. We can go for something more legitimate, I think. Spider-Man. Okay, so Spider-Man. Which Spider-Man? Amazing, Spectacular, or what's the other one? Ultimate or Superior? Which one?
Well,
Amazing. Okay, cool. So Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And who would you cast? Or so, which film or TV series would you cast as those characters? Reservoir Dogs. Okay. So, oh God, I can't. I mean, the only ones I can remember were Michael Madsen, Quentin Tarantino, English guy. Would you lie to me? What's that guy's name? Tim Roth. Who else?
Harvey Keitel.
Yeah.
Steve Buscemi.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting he's in those films.
Guy.
Is it Guy Pearce?
No.
Guy Pearce, isn't it?
No, just a guy. I can't remember what his name is.
Okay, so in theory,
he's
alright.
Dead.
Oh, the guy that's dead in the truck.
In real life. No, the guy that's dead in real life.
Oh God.
Sean Penn's brother.
Sean Penn. So somebody Penn.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get IMDb out.
Christopher Penn.
Chris Penn.
I think so.
You sure, Chris Penn?
I think so.
All right. Where's my blooming phone? I had it. I just had it. Ugh. Okay. IMDb.
Let's see.
Oh, I can see it now. Sorry. Okay, so our Peter Parker out of Reservoir Dogs is?
It is Tim Roth.
Tim Roth, okay.
Yeah, it's Chris Penn. Steve Buscemi is the voice of Vulture. Michael Madsen as Kingpin.
Really?
Yeah.
Tarantino. Goblin.
Tarantino as Harvey Keitel. Wait, did I say Harvey Keitel already?
Yeah. No. You said somebody else's Vulture.
Michael Madsen. Oh, yeah. So Steve Buscemi as Vulture. Michael Madsen as Kingpin. Harvey Keitel as...
Doc Ock, maybe? Oh no, you got loads. In fact, we should have actually chose a storyline from thing. A storyline from like a comic book. But fuck it, I don't do these questions. These guys do the questions, Gorilla. So. Okay, while you're thinking on that, I'll grab my one. My one will be Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Or Dragon Ball... Yeah. And it would be... Oh god, here we go. The voices will be from... SpongeBob SquarePants.
Okay.
The guy... Actually, no. The Simpsons. The Simpsons would be better. Oh god, no. That's shit.
So you're going to replace a cartoon with a cartoon?
Yeah, I can't do that. That's what I was thinking. Dragon Ball Z and Face Off.
Okay.
So John Travolta will be playing Vegeta. Nicolas Cage will be Goku. God, I need to check this freaking IMDb. I ain't seen that film in time. See, with these sort of questions, I reckon that we shouldn't spring it at the end. We should actually do some research and then, like, probably come to it.
Let me know beforehand, didn't it?
I didn't. I thought you read this one.
Nah, I didn't see it.
Fuck. So Face Off. Let's see. IMDb Face Off. What? Ellen DeGeneres? Oh shit! Oh god! Wow.
Where is she on Face Off?
I don't know. It just says it.
Someone's lying.
I don't know. I think that. Yeah, because wow, Margaret Cho is Wanda. Matt Ross.
Yeah, Tim Roth as Spider-Man. Michael Madsen as... Did I say Kingpin? Yeah, Kingpin.
Mm-hmm.
Harvey Keitel as Doc Ock.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Penn as... No, wait. Tim Roth as Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Tarantino as Doc Ock.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Madsen as Kingpin.
Mm-hmm.
Harvey Keitel as Jameson.
Mm-hmm.
And Steve Buscemi as Vulture.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Alright, so my one. It's a lot. I mean, mine's got like a decent array of people, I reckon. So let's see. So John Travolta as Vegeta. Actually, no. I reckon John Travolta will be a better Goku.
Yeah, I was surprised you didn't say that first. But...
Okay, so yeah, so John Travolta as Goku, Nicolas Cage as Vegeta, Joan Allen as Chi-Chi, Alexander Nurevia as Piccolo, Gina Gesheron as Bulma, Dominique Swain as lady as Android 18. Nick Cavavesas as maybe Majin Buu, I guess. Yeah, Majin Buu. Harvey Prinzel as Mr. Roshi. Colin Farrell, who's Dr. Malcolm Walsh in it. He's the guy that does the surgery, I think. He will be the Kai. Yeah, it'll be Kai. Actually, no, I'm going to go with Dragon Ball Super. I'm going to put him as Beerus. John Carroll Lynch as Mr. Popo. CCH Pounder. To put her as. There's not that many female characters in Dragon Ball, is there?
She can play a dude.
Hmm?
She can voice a dude.
I suppose she could voice. Actually, no, she can voice Wiz, which is the side hand to Beerus. Robert Wisdom, he can be Android 17. Margaret Cho, she can voice. She can voice Pan, I guess. James Denston, he can voice. Actually, I don't know. Chris Boer, he can voice. Actually, James Denton can probably voice Trunks. Or is it Matt Ross? Actually, I preferred Tommy Flanagan to voice Trunks, actually. And Gohan will be done by Miles Jeffrey. And that's all. That's the only members of cast that I can probably grab. Danny Matheson's in it as well. There's a lot of people in this fucking film. Boy. Yeah, I mean, that's all I've got. Like the ones I can see. Yeah, I think I'll deal with that. Definitely. All the rest are like uncredited. Okay, so the second question is the video games. So, which video game do you reckon will be spiced up with the likeness of a certain cast?
Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear Solid, spiced up with.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction.
Yep.
Okay, you're going for safety ones. Okay.
What do you mean safety ones?
Safety.
What do you mean safety?
They're safe, bro.
It's not safe.
It is.
Nah.
I mean, if you say 24 hours, I would laugh my ass off. But
This is what, 24?
yeah.
What?
Kiefer Sutherland as Metal Gear Snake, the Solid Snake.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I'm just saying that would have been funnier.
Why would that be funnier?
It would.
Nah, because it more fits.
Okay, fair enough. So, alright, cool. So we're going for stuff that doesn't fit. Okay, fine. Alright.
No, but like the other one fits too well.
Maybe. Okay, I'm gonna go with Super Mario Brothers with Super Mario Brothers.
No.
John Leguizamo is freaking Luigi.
Yeah, I was going to do that. I was going to be like, oh, I'll do Batman, like
Arkham Knight.
Arkham City or some shit
City,
like that.
yeah. With the cast of...
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, see, that with the cast of Batman, I reckon would have been epic.
Too easy.
I suppose. So we're not going for easy. Okay, fine. So mine would be the cast of... What's a really bad film? Sin City. Actually, no, I've got to choose the film first, isn't it? It would be... There's a lot of girls in there. Yeah, the game would be Tekken and the cast would be from Sin City.
Okay.
Oh, God. Ben Kingsley's in this one, isn't he?
Huh?
Ben Kingsley's the yellow rat bastard, isn't it?
Is he?
I can't remember.
I don't think so.
Okay. let's see. Full cast, top bill cast. Okay, here we go. I'm pretty sure he is.
Alright, mine is Peter Green will be Snake. Bruce Willis as Ocelot. Tim Roth as Raiden. Eric Stoltz as Octagon. Uma Thurman as Rosemary. Did I say Steve Buscemi already? Steve Buscemi as Vamp.
Yeah. So we're going from, what was it, Sons?
Yeah. Samuel L. Jackson as Fortune. John Travolta as Fat Man.
Wow, this one doesn't have the... It does.
Ving Rhames as Richard Ames. And Rosanna Arquette as Emma Emmerich.
Okay, cool. Makes sense. Okay, mine would be... Shit, which film did I say again? I mean, Gamer, did I say?
And then obviously, like...
Tekken.
Big Boss and Solidus would be the same.
Right, fair enough.
Snake.
Alright, so... Marv, or Mickey Rourke, he'll be Heihachi.
Yeah. Is he using the Japanese accent?
No, he should be speaking English. Although that would be hilarious.
Or racist.
Bruce Willis is playing... Marduk. I guess. Kevin, or Elijah Wood, would be... Paul. Actually, no. Bruce Willis as Paul. Elijah Wood as Jin. Benicio del Toro as... What's that guy with the Russian guy? Dragunov. Pretty sure he's out of it. Rico Torres as Lei Oolong. Let's see, what's the assassin lady from? So Jessica Alba as Julia. Mino can be Asuka. Eki or... So Devon Aoki actually can play Christine. Powers Booth can be... See, I think he'll be a better Paul. Oh, fuck it. I give up. I'm done.
I would do Sin City as Street Fighter. Josh Hartnett as Gal.
Yeah, maybe. Yep.
Clive Owen as Ken.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
Although, which Street Fighter are we talking?
Street Fighter 2.
Street Fighter 2. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's Ken.
Mm-hmm.
See.
Michael Clark Duncan as what? Borog.
Too obvious.
He is, isn't it? But he's the only black guy. I've just noticed that myself.
Randall Reeder as Bob, even though I just said Street Fighter 2.
Okay, no. Can't happen.
Huh?
Can't happen. It's Street Fighter 2, what? Blanca, Saga, Sanjeev. Maybe.
Alexis Bledel as Chung-Li.
Yeah. Although, Devon Aoki.
I knew he was going to say that.
Yep.
She can be Vega.
Actually, yeah, I suppose. It'd be interesting to gender swap that character. Is it Rosario Dawson as...
Run out of women.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's got too many people in the cast.
Yeah.
Although, I'm pretty sure Yellow Rat Bastard is Ben Kingsley.
Is he not there?
He's not credited, no. Well, not in this one anyway. Because you've got Shelley, which is Brittany Murphy.
No, he's this guy, Nick Storr.
You sure it's next door?
Yeah, Rourke Jr.
Where's that? Rourke Jr.
Rutger Hauer would be M. Bison.
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
No. Michael Clark Duncan would be M. Bison.
What, you going by the Japanese version?
Of what?
Of Street Fighter. But M. Bison was actually, meant to be Mike. His name's Mike Bison.
Oh, no, I just thought that he'd have a better voice.
Oh, so yeah, actually, yeah, voice-wise, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm going by voice. Next door could be... No, wait.
So, you're saying Rourke Jr., yeah?
Yeah.
I did always think it was Ben Kingsley.
I don't know, because you like being wrong.
Shut up, man.
Yeah, kind of run out of cast.
Yeah.
I started strong though.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to do, man. I mean, like, this sort of thing, you'd have to have, like, an ensemble cast, i.e. maximum 10. And, yeah.
Mickey Rourke would be Borog. Jessica Alba would be Cammy.
Yeah, he definitely ain't in it. Yeah. I think we've got enough for today. But yeah, just holler at us on the usual avenues, and yeah, shut up and listen.
Wylion.